Hi, I'm Nancy Trent, and I'm super excited about talking to you today about trends versus fads. We're going to talk about what are the acronyms for both of those terms, how to transform a fad into a trend, and how to make sure you are the trend. So let's start out with the acronym for trends. Uh, T stands for time. Let me just mention, trends do not happen overnight. Trends are something that have a long, have been around for a really long time. They are not an overnight success like you might think. And I want to know, when you look at something that you think is trendy, like, isn't yoga trendy? I want to know that when I was a little girl, I was doing yoga in sleepaway camp. And I was very shocked when my dad told me that, in fact, he was doing yoga in college. So this has been going on for a really, really long time. And that's because of our roots. Something that has the potential to be a trend has root. It's been around for a long time. It's gotten the test of time. It went through many different cultures, many different places. It's got roots. And the E stands for everywhere. Look today how people are doing yoga. They're doing it in a yoga studio. They're doing it in schools. They're doing it in hospitals. They're doing it in churches. They're even doing it in jails. And the thing about it is it's nonstop. It just keeps evolving. There's slow yoga, fast yoga, hot yoga, all different kinds of yoga to suit many different situations and circumstances. Like we all know, life throws them at you at times. And D is durability. This means that no matter what, no matter who you are, this idea that you're involved with, that you're trying to transform from a fad into a long-lasting trend, has what it takes to go with the different kinds of changes that are going to be with life. And then, I have to add S for superlative. When you find something that, like what you guys are involved with, that you're so lucky and were smart enough to make your luck and cultivate and make even more out of your product, that what it's based on, a trend, it's superlative, it's really great, and you know very quickly, we know what your products are involved with are ways to make us look better, feel better, and live longer, more healthfully. So let's think for a second, what is the acronym for fad? Well, a fad is something where in 1 minute, it seems like everybody is talking about this new thing. It sounds a little crazy, but maybe it does have potential. It happens fast. Everyone's talking about it. It's not unusual that you see the same new thing or the same new celebrity diet on Good Morning America, the Today Show, in Time Magazine, in the Los Angeles Times. This is what makes a trend, but it's also what ignites a fad. And A stands for all over. It's all over. Everybody, you could buy it everywhere. You could see it in the media everywhere. Everybody's talking about it. And then D, it disappears. Like, what happened? And I suspect the reason for that is the people who were involved in this trend didn't, either the product or the concept didn't have the legs to make it last for a really long time, didn't come up with the roots to cultivate it and do all different kinds of collaborations, and didn't figure out a way to make it work. What these new things, whether they're fads starting out as trends do or trends, is they stimulate the economy. Look, 10 years ago, people didn't really know very much about the foods that you guys are involved in, although I could tell you, I'm lucky enough to be one of those people who grew up with it. They stimulate the economy. Also, they educate people. They teach people new ways to eat. Many people probably didn't even realize the benefits of the way that you are suggesting for people to eat for health, for the environment, and to maximize value. With what we're dealing with today, let's face it, people are obsessed with their health. Everything they do is about amping up their immunity, and they are more concerned than ever about the environment. And anything that you could do to talk about what you're doing for the environment or the benefits of your product versus something else to get the same thing, having less of a carbon footprint is super important. People want to feel like they're doing something for the environment, and they also want to do good things for people. So anything you could do to make people feel better about your product and give them the comfort is really, really good. So how do you spot concepts like you already have that have the potential to be fads that evolve into trends? Well, is it something that people are talking about? Are you getting the word out there in social media? Are you in magazines, newspapers, television shows, blogs? Are you getting influencers to talk about you? And there are 4 tiers of influencers, one being celebrities, the second being experts, whether they're physicians or nutritionists or alternative medical people, or are they athletes where health and wellness is so important to them? The third tier is, are you speaking to people with large followings who can really cultivate those roots and get the word out there? And the fourth tier is, are you cultivating the people whose lives you've changed? I mean, let's face it, your foods have gotten people healthier, your foods have gotten people to live longer, and they have less of a negative impact on the environment. And in most cases, your companies are helping people and doing some level of social activation. So I'm really excited about this day for you. I'm really hoping that your product is super successful. I'm hoping that this is a really great event for you. And if you have any thoughts or any questions, please feel free to contact me. I'm really proud of you, and I'm really looking forward to good stories. Thank you.